Welcome back to the 3-Hour News Show on C Today, and this is still See the Stories, where we're here talking about becoming a coffee Q grader with Edrick Edsel Wijaya. Just in case I want to be a Q grader, which I want to ask you before we continue, because you said people who do take the test for the whole week, most of them have a background in coffee industry. So for you, is that the story with you? You have the background as a coffee industry, and for how long?
Yeah, so I have been in the coffee industry for 6-7 years.
Okay.
I actually continued my family business for Kopi Tak before I started a specialty coffee brand.
I see. Oh, so he's someone from the business.
Yeah, he's already in the world for quite long. Okay, so we're going to start and learn from you to become a Q grader. So what do we have here? You said this is only a kettle, right? It's like that kettle, very sophisticated name.
But it looks really fancy. I like it.
It's a very beautiful kettle. So should we start to brew the coffee first? Because it takes a couple
and so
of minutes.
the first step, as you can see here, there is 5 cups. It's actually all the same coffee.
All the same?
All the same coffee.
Okay.
And so the reason why is that when we cup, we want to taste from one batch of coffee whether all of them taste the same.
Okay.
Because that shows how uniform the batch is. That affects the quality too.
Right.
And the first thing we do is we grind it, of course, and then we smell the quality of the smell when it's dry.
Okay, so this is freshly grinded. Okay.
Okay.
So we just notice the smell of the coffee in each cup.
Could you do it again?
Okay.
Okay, so that's how close you should smell the coffee in their cup.
Yeah, but make sure your nose doesn't touch the ground.
Okay.
Some of us do it though.
Okay. Is it too strong for Yanni? Should we try?
You
I
can
wanna
try first.
Oh yeah.
But it's from the same batch, so it should have the same taste. Same smell, right? Or no?
Not always.
Not always. So
always,
this is what you want to find out when we.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
try.
So
Let's
the
see.
more uniform it is, the better it is.
All right. Okay. Because it becomes a problem, right? When you have like in a package and then it's not
It's all
uniform.
different because
Yeah.
we want the same experience.
I don't know what I just did, guys.
You've been haunted by some coffee smell. I believe you want it
But
again in the future.
It's really strong for some reason. The first one was really strong, but I don't know. Okay,
All
go
right.
ahead.
Okay, so should we
Continue.
start
What should we do?
brewing it?
So we heat the water up
Okay.
and we just pour.
It's very artistic.
Right?
It's the kettle.
It's the kettle, the
Beautiful.
like kettle, right?
Wow, so full.
It has to be that full, is it?
Yes, so it's just a standard.
Is
And
this-
so we set the same standard for
So
every
how,
coffee.
how many grams did you put the coffee in?
12 grams.
12 grams. So it has to have a certain amount, right?
So we have to match it with the water we're pouring.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is just boiling water. All right. Oh, wow. So how do you know, like, for an instance, if you go into a coffee shop and then you smell this coffee smell, how do you know that it's actually a good one?
We score higher when it's more unique.
Oh, we don't even know that there's a unique smell for coffee.
Wait, so you're telling me every time you go to like a coffee shop, you already know if the coffee is going to be good or not?
Not really. I do have to taste it at the end
Okay.
of the day.
It needs a lot of sensory.
Yeah.
Okay, so what factors do Q graders usually need to assess aside from the aroma, flavor, acidity, and the aftertaste as well, right? Some coffee have aftertaste.
So we have, this is our cupping sheet actually, and it shows different elements that we need to consider in the
Okay.
coffee. The first is fragrance aroma, which is the smell. Then we have the flavor itself, the aftertaste, as you said just now, and the acidity, which is the quality of the sourness in the coffee. So it's not always a bad thing to have sourness in coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so body, these people might think it's intensity, but it's actually the texture.
The texture of the coffee.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just show our audience what it looks like. So this looks like a mathematic sheet, like mathematical
It
test sheet.
is.
So you will put your grade, where will it be? Here?
Here, yeah, the scores.
Oh, in these little boxes.
Yeah.
All right.
Quality scale, I see.
Yeah, so we have aftertaste, high, heavy, balance in terms of its acidity, And then body, and then uniformity.
Uniformity, the 5 cups.
The
right
5
here.
cups.
To see if all the 5 cups have the same grade.
Yep.
I
Right,
see.
okay. So we have to brew it for how long was it?
4 minutes.
4 minutes.
minutes.
Did we pass 4 minutes yet? Maybe not yet. Anyhow, what is the most awarding thing or awarding aspect of your work as a Q grader coffee?
I think it's meeting the different kinds of people in the industry, especially the faces behind the coffee you drink, the farmers, the processors, and to be able to discuss on how to improve coffee together. That is really special.
Yeah, and also I realized like within the past years, Indonesian people, Indonesian citizens, especially the youngsters, they become coffee lovers.
Yeah,
or coffee
coffee
drinkers.
drinker.
And you were in the industry for so long. You've been in the industry for long. So what changes did you see like along the way?
We are innovating a lot, right? Like this year, Mikael Justin just won the world
Yeah.
Barista Champion.
Yep.
And it's really exciting, like Indonesia's first time, right?
Yeah.
So we're innovating, we're learning, and we're inventing different processes in coffee to make coffee more interesting and unique. So that people perhaps like you
Like you.
might one day
Yeah.
enjoy coffee.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, all right, so I think we're still waiting, but how do you see Q grading evolving in the future? Do you think more and more people will, get the certification and want to be a Q grader?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so
I mean,
because
in Indonesia alone, do you know how many Q graders are there? Do you guys know each other? Is there
Is there any community?
is there like a group chat?
The group chat, yeah. Like, good morning. Have you had a lot of coffee today? How many cups?
we don't have a group chat.
Oh, okay.
But we do know each other in some ways, maybe through through our work.
Yeah.
And of course, through the course that I take, we know a lot of Q graders from there who passed the course, and then we, learn from each other still and communicate.
Are you the type of person, if you don't see or if you don't meet a cup of coffee, that you would ruin the world? Like,
I actually see coffee more objectively.
oh yeah, okay, that's
So-
very wise.
How many
Coffee
cups
cups,
of coffees do you drink a day?
At least one.
Of course.
Yeah.
And
yeah, at least
max or usually?
because I taste a lot of coffee, it really depends. Maybe like 3 to 4 cups.
3 to 4 cups.
But we spit sometimes.
you spit it out.
And we spit it out because if we drink all the coffees that we taste, then it's
Okay.
it's a lot of coffee.
And I believe you drink coffee right before you go to bed, right? And it's okay. You could still sleep.
yeah.
Good for you. All right. So, as if you want to get the certificates, like for example, like me and Yanni, we want to try to
Again.
test ourselves to become a Q grader. Where do we go to get this test?
Or do you have to be invited?
You have to be invited in the group chat that will be created after this.
So there are a few centers that do teach, and you can just sign up.
Okay.
There is no prerequisites or anything.
Uh-huh.
You sign up and you pay for the course and you attend the course.
Okay, what is it called? I mean, where can we access or get the information from?
CQI. And so that is the organization on top of Q grading. And so they will tell you which places that teaches Q grading.
Okay, you have to go like somewhere when you pursue your, expertise in this Q grading.
As in the
Like
places
outside
that teaches?
Indonesia?
Oh, no.
But as a Q grader, do you get to go like out of the country to grade other coffees and from different
Yeah.
countries?
Personally, not yet, but I do know a lot of Q graders that travel the world and they are able to, taste different coffees and give Q grading.
Oh,
That's
nice.
interesting. Hopefully you'll get it one day. Okay, so I think it's been 4 minutes. And what do we do next?
So, the second thing we do is called breaking the crust. And so all this aroma and gases are trapped underneath.
Underneath. Right.
And so we just break the crust by pushing the crust and we smell it.
Oh.
That's when it's the most intense.
What did you smell just now?
I would say some floral notes to it, and then maybe a bit of, strawberry candy.
Oh, what? There's a strawberry candy in this coffee. Okay.
So, do you want to try it?
Okay.
You go first.
With the different cup or?
Yeah, with a different cup.
Different cup, okay. Let's do it. Break it out, okay. It smells like fruity, but oh yes,
Strawberries?
yeah.
Wow.
Actually, there's like a hint of it. Wow, I never thought of that. So what? Okay, when you smell it just now, can you guess? Would it be acid, or would it be very bitter?
We can have like a picture, but sometimes the smell can be different from the taste.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you have to recheck by
Yeah.
tasting it.
Can I try it?
Of course, please.
Let's see if I have the same,
Hey, go,
ability with these two.
Can you smell the strawberries?
No, I can't, guys.
But there's a hint. Yeah. Oh yeah, I just figured that out now. I mean, I never thought it's strawberry.
Yeah, I need to learn more. I need to learn from you, definitely. All right, well, at least I know how to do it.
So what do we do next?
So next, is it possible to get some water? So we want to clear off.
That's called is it the crema or what is it called?
Yeah, the crema.
The crema, okay.
Yeah, and so there are coffee grounds stuck in there.
Okay. So do you have any precise size, or how soft would it be when you grind the coffee beans?
Yeah, so there is a certain, we call it micron, that we have to follow. And that determines how coarse the grind is.
Right, how coarse it is. Yeah, it's important because for Indonesian kopi tubruk, it's very small size.
Because we like it strong, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no sugar, right?
Yeah. No sugar usually.
How do you like your coffee?
I like it a bit with dried fruit flavors.
Right.
Dried fruit, so like raisins. And Sumatra has a lot of those coffee.
Oh, really? So our characteristics of Indonesian coffees differs, like from in Sumatra, it's more like a
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it, right? Because then we can get so many different flavors from one country.
Yeah.
And when speaking about Robusta and Arabica, there's going to be a very different characteristic as well, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Robusta would be a little more stronger and intense, whereas Arabica, there's a lot of variety.
Right.
And that's what makes Arabica more expensive.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
So what do we do now? Should
Now
taste it?
we taste it. Yeah.
Yay.
So you just take a spoon and slurp it.
Okay. I know you don't want to try it, Danny. Would you try it?
Let's see.
Oh, let's see.
And then that's when we notice these different things about the coffee.
Okay. Let's give it a try. And
Okay.
say, okay, the acidity is like 8 or something. You want to try?
You can go ahead.
Okay.
But I kind of want to know what grade
Yeah.
you will give for this coffee.
What grade would I give? Let's see here. We have fragrance, aroma. So what are the range? What is the range?
So
Between-
it's always 6 to 10.
6 to 10.
Okay.
10 for each.
Fragrance, I'd give it a 8. An 8. Flavor, I'd give it a 8 as well. Acidity, very less. 4.
Element. Okay.
Don't you think?
Now let the pros speak.
What do you think? Okay, what do you think?
Let's
Let me
see.
just compare
Let's
my
see what he
answers.
thinks.
So the interesting part about acidity is so how intense it is,
Yeah.
which is like low or high, doesn't always contribute to the score. So it can be a high acid, but it can be a very pleasant one, or a low acid, but really unpleasant.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
the quality.
what's your score for this?
Yeah, yeah.
acidity?
I think I would give it an 8.5.
Oh God.
Totally.
Opposite my answer. Okay.
Yeah.
What else? What about the
body.
body?
The body, I would give it an 8 because
Okay.
it's very syrupy.
Oh,
The texture is like a syrup,
okay.
which is a good thing.
Okay.
That is interesting.
Anything else?
Okay, I mentioned about the flavor. I said it was
Yeah.
8, acidity 8 as well, fragrance, aroma 8. So what was your score for fragrance and aroma?
So when we test for fragrance aroma, we test it when it's dry and then after it's brewed. Let's do different things. And I noticed that the smell came out more during when it's wet. And so it went from like a 7.5 to maybe an 8.25.
So it can change, all right?
Oh, interesting.
All right.
Okay, so we want to talk more about coffee and Q grading, but unfortunately, time is very limited. Thank you so much, Edrick, for coming
so
to
much
see
for
today. And bring some more coffee, please.
Thank
Yanni
you.
want to try.
That's right. We'll see the stories will continue after
Yeah.
the break. Viewers, stay with us right here on the 3 Hour News Show on See Today.